Hey guys, it's been a while. Um, Aaron Chola here again from Lublin, Poland. Living in Lublin, Poland right now, but I'm from Uganda, in East Africa. And I am the proprietor of Thick Mentality, the brand. And if you are new to this, please watch previous videos. Now, there are a few things I would like to address, a few plans that I would like to talk about that we have coming up. Now, if you have not been following the brand Thick Mentality, we mostly talk about mental fortitude, using adversity to carry you, not fearing adversity, befriending your adversity, and as we continue, I will be giving personal accounts of various adversities that I've been through and how befriending my adversity helped me get through, and also the traps and the pitfalls that come with befriending your adversity, because I'll not lie, it can be addictive, always like getting into a tough situation. It can get a little bit addictive, and it's not always the best, and I'll explain. We also are going to talk about our upcoming plans. We're going to open a podcast, working on things in the background where we'll talk. We'll have long form conversations with different people. I will be talking with different people, maybe Zoom meetings here and there with various people who know more than me, and you will get a chance to be part of these conversations. Okay. And also furthermore, I am hoping I'm hoping to work with a few people in Lublin here, very, very supportive people who want to, make this more, can I say palatable? Not even palatable, to make it more available to everyone and make it more realistic. What I mean is, we want to start organizing small conferences, small, meetings, people, so we can talk about these issues. We can talk about books, books on mental health, and our takes on these books, and books that help us get 1% better every time, and we will also start having guests, who, like I said, know already more than us, experts in different fields, eventually, with your support, of course. We're still growing, and so far so good. The support has been awesome, and I'm so grateful to all of you. Now, I remember saying a little something about the allure of adversity. The word I'm going to introduce right now is moderation. Have you ever heard of, I think it was an advert sometime for a tire, where they're saying power without control is nothing. You can have all the power, but if you don't have control, then it's of no use. Now I'm going to make whatever I've said make sense. Okay. Now, when I was going through the situations I was going through that I will talk about in the podcast, which involved, failure in certain aspects of my life, I developed defense mechanisms. We always develop defense mechanisms, and those defense mechanisms at a glance, or they seem, and they will help you survive through a hard time. And it's kind of what I have been talking about, using adversity to your advantage. But you have to recognize the difference between being in survival mode and then now when you're at a point where you are thriving, how to behave. Because like it or not, we all have a certain level of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, from whichever ordeal we get through. Okay. And just because you've walked outside where it's dirty in the mud, doesn't mean you should bring muddy shoes into the house. You have to remove the shoes and get into the house. It doesn't change the fact that you've been outside. No, it doesn't change the fact that your shoes are muddy. No. But your house should be left clean. And this is what I mean. If the metaphor doesn't make sense yet, if you have been through a hard situation, which is the muddy place, the water, the muddy outside, let me say, if you've been through that and now you've survived it, the shoes have helped you survive it, get through the mud safely and all that. And now it's time to get inside the house. Now the house, of course, in this case, is representing the point you have reached of victory, of surviving the mud. You've gotten out of the mud. You're now going to the house where it's safe, where it's not going to rain on you, where it's not dirty. Usually, at least I usually first have to leave the shoes outside, the muddy shoes, then enter the house, then later on come back, clean them, remove the mud, try to clean them so that I can put them back into the house where they will not be stolen. Or where they will not get lost, So there's a lot to unpack about that. There's a lot to unpack about that metaphor. The mud outside is the bad situation or experience that you're going through. The muddy road, The house is the new experience that you have. It's the result of you getting through the mud, and you've come to this new place. The shoes are the tools that you have used to get through the mud. Now, does it make sense, or is it proper, or is it ideal to bring the muddy shoes into the house? No, we don't want to see that. And whenever we see that, at least when I see that, it's not very nice. It's not very pretty. I don't like to see a dirty house. So Much as adversity makes us stronger, and adversity should be our friend, we should know that in life, every situation, like every reaction, has byproducts. It has byproducts. There'll always be something that is a remnant of that. But you don't want those byproducts to get mixed in with the product. You need to excrete them. You know, the body works the same way. It makes the food. No, I mean it takes in the food and it processes the food, chemical reactions, and there are byproducts that it excretes. If it doesn't excrete those byproducts, then it poisons itself. So I'm going to be talking about habits that, or things that we pick up along the way as we are in survival mode that we have to get rid of if we are to thrive longer and enjoy the new good things that our struggle has produced. Okay. My name is Aaron Ochola. Thank you. Have a nice day.